morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray. Welcome to the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show on Saturday morning, season 2020. And we just sitting here after going to Franklin County. And Coach John Olive's here with me. And Coach, you've done it again. Coffee County we beat. Shelbyville we beat, Franklin County we beat, all of our cross-town rivalries. Your boys, they should be proud of themselves.
I hope they are, wasn't the cleanest game we played this year, but we withstood some adversity that's caused by us, as well as Franklin County. Franklin County, I thought, gave great effort, especially early in the ball game. They made a few mistakes that we capitalized on in the third quarter that kind of changes the whole ball game and so forth. But we had more penalties last night in the first quarter than we've had in the previous three games combined.
Oh yeah.
We just weren't very sharp. And so anyway, I was proud of our young men that even though it wasn't the best performance, in the end they were able to gather themselves back up, refocus, and to finish the game well.
Well, it was during all this COVID stuff, there's the television stations are running marathons of this and that and the other, and I watched the other day. I love Rocky. I love the statement that the Rocky movies make, and here's Rocky, and he's our age, and he's fighting some kid, and the statement is when when you're tested in fire, it's not how hard you get hit and get knocked down, it's how hard you can get hit and still get back up. Yeah. And our young men were tested the other night on, we hadn't tasted this yet. It doesn't taste good. Let's fix it.
Right.
And they did it. And, before we get started with the show, I want to give a shout out to some guys. The people who haul the equipment for the football team, Randy Wilson, and there's a whole bunch of these folks that come in here. You have no idea until you go sit before a football game out of town and watch the process it takes to get our football team on the sidelines ready to play football with the equipment. And we had some people, several people, for one reason or another, were missing last night. But Randy Wilson, and big shout out to Jimmy Hollinsworth. He absolutely almost did it by himself. He and Randy and Mike Finn. And then there was a young
we sent
young
one
man
of our managers
on the sidelines.
Clay Turner. We got permission from his parents to ride in the truck, which is owned by his great uncle. So we thought as long as we stayed in the family, we were good. And so it was just one of those weird situations. It's like the rest of 2020. We have a crew that we've had for the last 3 years or 4 years that Jimmy and Tom Fulton both volunteered to start doing this. I think this may be Jimmy's 5th year.
Yeah.
And anyway, Jimmy's son has graduated. He offered that he would love to still keep helping. And anyway, last night for various reasons, we were missing Ricky Christie, we were missing Tom Fulton. And Jimmy was supposed to have his 2 sons to come help. Well, one gets called into work and one's late because of classes. And so it just, a big shout out though to Jimmy and Randy. Randy's driven that, he started off pulling that trailer, oh man.
Yeah,
who knows how many years ago. In fact, he owned the trailer at that point in time when we first started doing this. Randy and Gary Hall were always together, and that was just something they would do, and Randy still does it. And so anyway, big thank you to those guys. You and I were thinking alike today because I'd already thought, I don't know if Jimmy still eats breakfast on Saturday mornings.
I think he does.
Show,
he does, yeah.
just a big thank you to those guys.
Appreciate that. Now, what was that young man's name again?
Clay Turner.
Clay Turner. I'm going to tell you a funny story. To me, it's funny, but it's beautiful. Here's a young man. He might be what, a freshman?
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman, and he's a good size, but he's not. He's a freshman. He's not real stout. Well, that field over there, you have to go down into it, so you can't. Some of the equipment that you usually just put on that gator and drive on the field, you can't do it. Well, you know what a 8-foot banquet table feels like. What it weighs. They're not like these little fiberglass ones like this. They're real stuff. He carried that table on the field, and when he was coming across, it was a long way. I could see him straining, but he wasn't going to put it down. He wasn't going to take a rest in the middle of the trip. Well, then for some reason, they told him it had to go back up, so he had to come back down there, get it, carry it back to the top, and then you came out and said, we need that other table down on the field. Here he comes with it again, And so, young man, you did a great job last night. You should be proud of yourself because we're proud of you. With that said, we'll take a quick commercial break and come back with the first quarter.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
As football is a tradition in our community, so is Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We were here then, we are here now, serving our community for over 45 years. Continue the winning combination, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration for the win. Call 455-8757, the name you can trust.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
If you're looking for a branding solution, Molly Dixon welcomes you to LogoWare, where your business, school, athletic team, nonprofit, family group, and other organizations can get your logo or message displayed with silk screening up to 10 colors and embroidery up to 15 colors on everything from caps to socks and all the inner and outer wear in between, plus backpacks, luggage, duffel bags, handbags, and purses. All work is done locally, in-house, on nationally branded product from Nike, Eddie Bauer, New Era, Carhartt, North Face, Russell Outdoors, and many more. So simply, why should you entrust the branding of your business or organization to a stranger on the internet when you can spend your money with a local business that offers competitive pricing and local professional service? For the answer to this question, Molly invites you to visit her at LogoWare, 401 South Washington Street, Tullahoma, 931-222-4103. Jeff and Jay Dameron ask you to visit the Dameron Brothers stores, the Short Stop on the Manchester Highway, and Brothers Local Market on Clement Drive. Both offer great food and beverages, household goods, supplies, BP fuel, and with a courteous staff and clean environment. There is a Brothers Reward program in place at both stores. Brothers Local Market also offers non-ethanol fuel and will soon have a spirit pump where a percentage of the sales will be donated to Ferris School. And don't forget the fresh baked donuts, muffins, and other bakery items. Jeff and Jay invite you to take advantage of and enjoy the products and services at their locally owned stores, where your dollars grow the local economy and support local needs. Short Stop on Highway 55, Manchester Highway, Brothers Local Market at the corner of Clement Drive and Old Winchester Highway. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Number 24.
Number 45, Cameron Potuck, senior, works really hard in practice, and he's a backup for us at defensive tackle and defensive end. He plays on most of our special teams. He's on the field for, I think, what we call the Tank Life group. And you'll see them score the last touchdown of the ball game. We put that grouping together basically to let some of those linemen have a little fun, and we've used it twice and we've scored twice. So, and in both situations, we've walked into the end zone, so we might ought to use it a little bit more often. And I want to give a shout out to our student body. I thought we ended up with a good number of students down there, as well as our fans. And so, anyway, it's good to see them down there. Jacob Dixon on the kickoff return. And we thought we would have good field position if we could force them to kick off first. But we're not going to execute very well. They do a good job of right there of covering the receivers. That's basically a coverage sack, and we had a penalty on the play as well. So anyway, it was just not a very good way to start the game off. I think we're in a 2nd and 21 right now.
Not what you're looking for.
Definitely not. And we come back, and Ryan's going to keep it, and he picks up 7 or 8, but we're still a long ways away from getting a first down. And we come back right here, try to hit Jacob Dixon, but we obviously threw that one into coverage, as they had 3 and we had 1. We just didn't, we're just not as sharp, and right now we're waiting on a player to get on the field. And we're fortunate there that we don't give him the ball back there where he was getting it, as it was close to him getting control of the ball with his knee still on the ground. So we're struggling all the way around right now. They open up, I guess that was Wagner running with the football and picking up 4. Come back, both our linebackers meet him right there, Justin Scott and Caden Tucker, for no gain, maybe even a loss of a little bit. So it makes it 3rd down, and you're just hoping your defense is good enough to keep you in the game after the way the offense started. They go deep, and Adam Owens has got good coverage, and
very good.
So we're gonna make them punt, and they get off a great punt. A lot better than I had expected, and they don't have us down inside the 10. So we're 90 plus yards away from the goal line, not exactly where we wanted to be. Ryan Scott following Tydrell Mitchell there, picks up about 5.
Tackle number 8, DeAndre Tate.
We're going to run Jacoby here, and good blocking out front initially, and then we let some of them come off. But we do have the first down. We don't run him this way. Good blocking on the exterior there. That's Brody Melton out there blocking, along with Jacob Dixon, Joe Duncan, and we pick up good yardage and another first down. So we've gained 30 yards now in 3 plays. So I'm beginning to think, well, maybe our offense is going to get to rolling. We don't get a body on the linebacker, and he meets the running back in the hole there. And so short gain. That was Keyshawn Cummings running with the football.
Good addition.
Real good addition. You know, we're hurting them with some outside stuff right now. And that's where the yardage is being gained. And again, good pickup.
Tough run.
Way to run north and south there. Jacoby picked up some good yardage. Good run right there. Didn't gain a whole lot, but the run by Keyshawn, he made a couple of good steps right there that got the first down instead of us being short. Here, we struggle at making the blocks, and just a good job by Franklin County. We didn't do a very good job. They call holding on us out there on the outside, so we get backed up.
Again.
Franklin County.
They're playing good football.
They are. They're limiting us. You know, we pick up about 4 there. We're going to sprint out right here, and I thought Jacoby was going to make a very, very good catch there for the first down, but not able to as their safety cuts his legs out from underneath him. And, you know, we take a shot there. Probably should have come off to the shorter receiver and given ourselves a chance. You know, if we'd got the ball to the 30, we'd have tried a field goal, but I wasn't going to try to kick a 54-yard field goal, and I'm thinking, well, you know, at worst, they'll take over right there, and I was wrong, as they intercepted, and then Brody Melton and Jacoby Thomas are going to run him down. And they called an offensive face mask penalty. One of our linemen got his hands into the face mask of a defensive rusher, so that added 5 more yards to them. And Wagner was able to put it in, and all the momentum is on the Franklin County side. And they're making it look easy right now. So with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, we find ourselves down 7-0.
Now we see what we're made of.
They kick it off, and Adam Owens is going to return it here. And makes good yardage. But then we get a penalty. So instead of us starting at the 39, we're backed up to the 24. And we'll start off running Ryan Scott there. He gets about 3. And we've put Jackson Sheffield in. And so you got Jackson in the backfield now and Ryan Scott. We do a good job there of executing that play. We're executing some plays. We've picked up some yardage. We're just not clicking on all cylinders, so we get a negative play that pushes us back. Good hard north-south running right there by Jackson.
Time out of field. Official time.
So 1st and 10. Run Jackson again, and this time they win the battle at the line of scrimmage. Ryan's gonna try to keep it, and we actually lose a yard. So we have won the line of scrimmage battle and moved the ball down here, and now we're getting stuck. We get back outside though, and we make good yardage on the outside.
Good run by Jackson.
Good run by Jackson. Big first down. That was a 3rd 10 play. And we'll run Jackson again, and a good push there by the white jerseys. So, the end of the first quarter, we are down 7-0. But we are driving, so we have at least responded.
And maybe woken up just a little bit. Hopefully.
Not quite. We still are going to end up shooting ourselves, and eventually we'll get it turned around, though.
Yeah, we will. All right, we'll take a quick commercial break and be back with the second quarter.
Hey folks, Marty Scott here, Hometown Auto Sales. Been doing business in Tullahoma for 32 years. A lot of you know me. We've had the car lot for about 15 years now. You probably didn't know we've had a body shop for 12 years. Most of the time, friends, family, other car dealers is all that we cater to. Well, now we're going to expand a little bit. We've got a new frame machine, we've got some new equipment. We're going to be opening up for the public to be able to suit your needs the same way as we did through the years. We're over here on 513 East Carroll. So folks, y'all come out and see me. We've got Connor Austell here, will take care of you in the front. Then we got Chris Tinsley over here, take care of you in the back, and I'll do all your frame straightening and anything that you need. So folks, y'all come out and see me. Telephone number is 455-4733. Look forward to serving you. And as always, we give a little special deal to the vets and the seniors. Y'all have a good day.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stock Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree Southern Rose and Sun windows, quickset locks, General Shell brick, yellow wood, and pass-load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply, 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma.
Dr. Colin Bills, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine-trained physician of Tenova Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is on the THS sidelines to support the athletes. When orthopedic care is needed, whether by a student-athlete or a weekend warrior, Dr. Colin Bills is available to you. He's accepting new patients at his Jackson Medical Plaza office just down the street from Tullahoma High School. Special precautions are in place at the hospital and his clinic office to keep you safe from COVID-19. Go Wildcats!
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we need to stick it in there. We need to even this game up. We're going to try to run Jacob Dixon wide right here. And I'm just telling you, pretty good job by Franklin County there. They're out-athleting our athletes right now. Keyshawn, good hard run there, good blocking by the O-line. We go 2 tight ends there against them and pick up the first down. Stay in that formation. And Ryan decides to throw it up for a jump ball there. We're a little bit taller over there than they are. And Jacoby Thomas catches the football for the touchdown.
You see the old man up on the hill up there, don't you? There we are.
Got the easy chairs.
We're not getting too far away from the concession stand and the bathroom.
We tied up, and that's what we needed. We needed to get the score tied. Still not hitting on all cylinders, but some of that has to do with the opponent. Franklin County is. I tell you who is hitting on all cylinders, though, is Justice Chadwick. He put every kickoff in the end zone except the last one. And some of them landed on the back line of the end zone.
Oh, they did. We were watching them. Every one of them was at least 6 yards deep in.
Again, we're playing against the no-huddle offense, so when we're doing these replays, that camera has to start a lot earlier than when they break out of a huddle. Good job there by Will Parton. He comes up from his safety position, makes the tackle for a 2-yard gain.
Great job.
Good job there. You got Tucker getting there. You had one of those defensive ends. I think Seth went flying down in there. Good job. Good play right here. Good play by Franklin County. Comeback route, and we didn't get underneath it, and they pushed us deep off of it, and you'll see us try to jump that one later on and almost pay dearly for it. But that was just good execution by Franklin County, and they pick up the first down. And, you know, I've told people all week long that Franklin County is a very dangerous football team.
They always have been.
And they're just young right now. And they will get better. And they will upset somebody this season, is my prediction. They're not supposed to. Yeah, Tyreek Nard had a really good football game last night. That was his first of behind the line stop. Caden gets his hands up there and gets the ball knocked down. So defense has come on. We're going to make them punt it.
Third catch caught by Tullahoma. They'll have the ball in first and 10.
And we're having a hard time even getting lined up here. They win that battle. So 2nd and 10. Get the ball out there, and this time we do a little better job.
Great play.
Joe gets the corner pinned, and Jacob picks up the first down. Good execution by Ryan there, seeing what was going on and getting the ball where they're not. Come back, now that's a good surge there. That's what you want to see all night long from your lineman, and Jackson, he knows who to pat on the back there, because they were giving some of those defensive linemen a ride that time. Ryan tries to keep it again. And
they're waiting on that one.
Yeah, we needed, that one just, thought he had a gap to get through there, but we're just not. We're playing a step slow. They ruled out a fumble. I really thought
Thank you.
So anyway, Brody Melton picks it up and adds about another 5 or 6 yards to it, so that turned out okay for us. Ryan's on to keep it, and again, it looked like he could turn it up, but 8's chasing him, and he keeps running wide, and the wider you run, You don't run out of field, and and in our situation, because we run that bubble screen so much, you're running right into the defenders. And I don't know, I'm thinking there might be pass interference, but it's on the far side of the field, but instead we get a penalty. And so we're backed up 15 yards. And we've got Joe there, but we can't pitch and catch. And so we'll punt the ball. 4th and forever. Justice does a good job of getting it down inside the 20, and in fact it gets down inside the 10. So Franklin County's gonna come out with a tight end formation. And they try to run Wagner, and Tyreek had him in the backfield, but hit him so high that he ducked underneath and so forth, so he picks up about 5 yards against us. I think we get them back right here, though. I think they come right back to a run right here, and you have to forgive me. Fell asleep on this one last night when I was watching it. And so anyway.
And about what time of night was that?
Put it this way. I finally got tired of nodding off and went to bed a little after 2. So
people don't realize what the old ball coach has to do.
And and most of the time I'm fine. I can watch them, get them down, go to bed, get back up, and but anyway, last night I couldn't. Great job by our punt return team right here. There were blocks being made, and Jacoby's just an outstanding return guy. And I was amazed that they were punting it to him, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't be.
No, I would not. Not unless I had a whole team of his caliber of athletes, I'll put it that way. So anyway, we get another touchdown, and we're beginning to stabilize just a little bit here now. We're going to get to halftime, and that's important to us to get to halftime. Got basically 2.5 minutes to go. We got 2 timeouts in our pockets. They got called for a personal foul right there. I choose not to give them a chance to return it. Just kick it out of the end zone, and now see if our defense can make some plays right here. And of course, Franklin County, they're just the opposite. They're thinking, let's drain the clock. So they're gonna run the ball here, and we don't call a timeout here because we only have 2, because I've wasted 1 earlier in the game when we had 12 people on the field and couldn't get somebody off. And so they're going to try to drain it. So this is on a drag for a minute as they're draining. They're not in a hurry. They just want to eat clock.
Ooh.
And we still get them right there. Jalen Newsom makes the tackle. And so we do call timeout. So now we got them in a 3rd and 4. We win this, we'll call another timeout. But we don't. They execute a good play right there, and by the time we get him tackled, he's got the first down. So we're willing to let the clock run out now. Well, now they switch gears. They're willing to try to go score.
Yeah.
And
it's funny. It's funny how it works.
So what a difference 12 yards making where the ball's being spotted, So they run the option with the quarterback keeping it there, and he picks up about 8 yards. And again, we don't want to give them big chunks. We don't mind them having smaller chunks here. And I think it's this play right here that the quarterback's going to throw a comeback. The receiver is actually going to run a double move. He's going to show comeback and then take off. And they'll come back to that play in the 3rd quarter.
Whoa.
And we're beginning to pursue, and you can see some of the speed and quickness that we have on that side of the ball. And So at halftime, we're up 14-7, and I go in there and I tell them, I said, hey, no screaming or yelling. We know that we can play better than what we have.
Yeah.
You all just focus, get yourself, take care of what you need to take care of, but just focus in on what you know you need to be doing. I said, coaches will be in here in just a few minutes, and we'll start talking about any adjustments that we got to make. Yeah. And so anyway, that's how our halftime went. It was not a chew out session or anything else. I like this football team, and it was a growing experience for us. We played maybe the best football game we played in a long time last Friday night.
Right.
In a big ball game against a big region rival, and you're not going to come back hitting on all cylinders. You're playing against a team that's 0-3, but they're an 0-3 team that's had a chance to win all three games, and
a team
they're excited for the opportunity that they have against us.
Right.
Our kids didn't prepare properly. I did a poor job getting us ready to play, and so this is where we found ourselves at the end of the first half. Now, can we keep stabilizing and get to where we're playing well? And we'll do that. The defense will come out and set up some short table, short fields for us, and we'll get this thing rolling. And by the end of the third quarter, we'll have the game under control.
Right. Take a quick commercial break right now.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. The inside is now a non-smoking facility and had a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. Great sides from onion straws, flat fried potatoes, and Tullahoma's only corn salad. Music and sports are important at Daddy Billy's with jam night every Wednesday night, bands and players on the weekends, and big screen TVs all over the place to watch sports. Daddy Billy's is now open Monday through Saturday and closed on Sunday. As a non-smoking venue inside, all ages are welcome to enjoy the food and fun at Daddy Billy's. With a great selection of domestic, imported, and local craft beers, a full liquor and wine selection, and the best food around, there is no reason for you not to be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, folks, we're back, and what we want to do right now is thank some of our sponsors. That is Sundrop. You know, Sundrop's done a whole lot for this community and for our football team, sponsoring and giving stuff out. And they're our water sponsor, Deja Blue. Get your Deja Blue around town, but realize that it's Sundrop that puts it on the shelf. And right here, Legacy Creamery. I love them and I hate them at the same time. They make the best gelato in the world. It's right over here across from our studio, behind the old Coca-Cola building. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they start about 2 in the afternoon, go till 9 at night on Friday and Saturday, and 8 on Sunday. And I probably gained 10 pounds since they started doing that. I love you, but you're hurting me. You're hurting me. John, I guess they've got, at some point or another, and they don't have them all at the same time, I bet they've got 40 flavors over there.
I know they got several, because I've...
have you sampled most of them?
I won't say I've sampled most of them, but I try to sample something a little different each time I go. And you know, I'm just telling you, it's good stuff. And the grows, obviously, it's named Legacy. Because the profits out of this operation go toward trying to build a facility here for athletes in Tullahoma to have a place to work out in.
Yeah, and Eli was Eli's dream.
That's correct.
And we're going to see if we can make that come true. Then we got to thank Donuts. That's right, Donut Palace right there. See that right there? That's my favorite. That is my favorite right there. That's a cake donut, busted open like an old tire that you used to see out on the back roads with flowers planted out in the middle of it. But this right here tastes better than rubber, I'll guarantee you that. Go by and see the folks at the Donut Palace. We love them for what they've done for us for years, bringing us donuts over here for our John Olive 5th Quarter show. Now, Coach, let's have a little conversation about what might happen this week, seeing as how the team we're supposed to play is not playing.
We finally got word. Jason Quick, our principal, had been in conversations yesterday with Spring Hill's principal, and we finally received word late yesterday evening that we needed to proceed on and trying to find someone else to play. So they're not going to be here next Friday night. By the rules written for this 2020 COVID season, we'll get a forfeit from Spring Hill. So we get a win, and Spring Hill will get a no contest, which means that they don't get a loss to go along with it. They whatever their record is, that's what their record is. It stays that way. For us, we're in a unique situation that we're going to pick up another win, so we're going to be 5-0 next Friday night. If we play somebody, and we're working to try to make that happen,
because this is homecoming week.
It is homecoming week, and it may not stay homecoming week, but it is homecoming week right now until we try to finalize some things. You know, right now, we'll have an opportunity to either be 6-0 or 5-1 if we find an opponent to play next Friday. We're talking with one opponent, and it's very unique. They're looking for a homecoming game. We're looking for a homecoming game. We even have done a brief research of playing each other halfway, and one of us having homecoming before the ball game and one of us having homecoming at halftime.
Double homecoming.
Double homecomings. Who would have thought you could have ever done anything? But the year 2020 just brings unique things. In all likelihood, one of us will host and have a homecoming game. The other one, who will be on the road, won't obviously be hosting a homecoming game. So the one that ends up traveling will end up moving their homecoming game to later in the season when you hope you're going to be playing, because there are no guarantees. And there's no guarantees that we are be able to play.
Right.
All it takes is for that virus to start spreading and breaking out amongst the team, and you're going to be shut down. You got no options
that's what happened
there.
at Spring Hill.
And even though in their situation, they're unique now, they're not battling, if I understood right, with active cases on the football team. They do have football players that are quarantined right now, but he's been in that situation. He's been playing in that situation. So anyway, but because they shut down the school,
right,
they went on ahead and shut down all their athletics. But they're allowing the athletics to still practice, if I understood right from Coach Martin. So I don't know exactly what's logic and so forth, but I don't control that situation, so I'm not.
Don't worry about it.
I can't worry about it. We are trying to get another ball game right now. We would love for it to be at Tullahoma, at Wilkins Stadium, there on Coach Cooper's field. We'd love to have that happen, and we have homecoming next Friday.
Next Friday night. We'll keep you posted on that.
And all I'm going to tell you is look for the Facebook postings, the Twitter. Our school system will be putting it out. The other question is, if you're hosting, how do I get tickets? Well, we'll probably end up pre-selling tickets this beginning on Wednesday to the public. Okay. And we'll be putting that information out. I'll get Zach Birdsong to help us put it out. The radio station, the Duck, will help put it out. We'll send it over here to you guys and let y'all try to help get us the word out. It is just a really difficult situation, and it really depends on who we end up playing.
Right.
If we end up playing somebody that's a long ways from here, we can probably sell tickets at the entrance to the stadium, and we'll probably have enough tickets availability to get everybody that wants to be in, just based on what our normal crowd size is for non-Coffee County, Shelbyville, Franklin County type game. All right. If we end up playing somebody who's nearby that's going to sell a bunch of tickets to their fans, then we'll have to go back to the pre-sale model that we used for Coffee County. Our original thing with Spring Hill, we've played them a couple of times. We know how big that gate is in a normal situation. We really thought we could go back to selling those at the gate.
Right.
And that we would have enough tickets for the people who wanted to come to the game to be able to buy a ticket, and then they could find a place to sit. Might have to sit on the visitor side if you wanted to be isolated, but there would only be, we just felt like it could work. Now, because we don't know who our opponent is, and we don't know if we got a home game or not now.
Yeah.
So it's and it's just a double whammy. It's a financial situation, as well as us trying to work to get a football game and a homecoming game.
There you go.
And so a lot of dynamics, a lot of moving parts. I don't know if the cameras catch me sometimes. I've been looking at my phone, I've been texting, I've been trying to get information back and forth as we're trying to work this out so that everybody can start getting prepared for a ball game.
And Coach Olive is a multitasker like you wouldn't believe. He gets a whole lot of stuff done. Of course, when you're athletic director, you've got a game getting ready to go on over on the field when you're through with this.
We do. We got a middle school JV game that's getting ready. That's starting here in just a couple of minutes.
It's happening all the time, folks. So what we'll do is take a quick commercial break and be back with the second half.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Attention, attention. Tullahoma and surrounding areas, Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice.
At Minuteman Press, we can handle all of your design, print, and promotional needs. But did you know that we can print on so much more than just paper? We can help you with your outdoor advertising, such as posters and banners, even lawn signs and flags. We'll make sure all of your employees are dressed in custom branded apparel. Promotional items are a great way to keep your name in front of customers and attract new ones. Did you know that 89% of consumers can recall the advertiser of a promotional product they had received over the past 2 years? At Minuteman Press, we have the expertise to handle your entire direct mail campaign. Why direct mail? Because 65% of consumers have made a purchase because of direct mail advertising, and 39% have tried a business for the first time as a result of direct mail. So we will show you the best way to generate results for your marketing and advertising campaigns. At Minuteman Press, we design, print, and promote you. Contact us today to find out how we can help your business.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, Franklin County has the option this half. They'll choose receive the ball. We'll give it to them at the 20-yard line.
Hammered.
Mr. Chadwick, he's an awesome weapon.
We were sitting all the way up on the hill, and you could hear his foot hit that ball from the other end of the field. Sound like a hammer.
Yep, it's a
Great
completely
job.
different sound than a normal kicker. And he's just a junior. They're going to go for the gusto right off the bat. Adam Owens, good coverage.
I was impressed with how quick he got rid of that ball right there, but he didn't have a choice. He was getting ready to eat it.
Yeah, but he did a good job. We couldn't get to him.
Boom, look at that.
Mr. Nard gets to the running back, though.
Love it.
Yeah.
Look who's standing right beside him. Mr. Cummins.
And this is the one where they did the double move on us. And, you know, we had a safety coming over that maybe would have had a chance to tackle him, but that would have been it. And good job there not roughing the punter.
Here we go.
And we get called for a block in the back right there by 25 and Landon. And tough call. I mean, a tough call. And,
What are you supposed to do when a guy turns around on you?
He didn't. I mean, I'm just telling you. I got a little bit better angle at it because I've got two cameras. But anyway, one of those things. Judgment call that goes against us. So we take over back at our 42-yard line. You know, we win some of those judgment calls too, so it's part of the game. It's just a tough call. And we're late on getting the ball there to Joe, and Joe keeps it from being intercepted. And this is not how we envision starting the third quarter. And just a great play by their cover guy there. That's a great play by them. The corner gets a hand on the ball. And so we'll punt the ball back to them. We get a good roll this time. First and 10. Franklin County. They're trying to run the quarterback up the middle there, and
Quarterback keeper, there is a flag on the play.
they pick up some good yardage there. Caden Tucker on the tackle. They had an illegal shift, so the ball gets backed up. So it's 1st and 15 now. And they're going to try to hit the receiver in the flats there, and Justin Scott comes over from his linebacker position and makes the tackle. And they've gone from a 1st and 15 to a 1st and 10 as they get the needed yardage there.
Look at here.
Seth Cullum and Tyreek Nard will join up back there in the back, and then you can see there was a little extracurricular shove there, and so they get backed up. It was a dead ball foul, so they lost their down as well. Try to run the comeback there, and ball was high, and so they run the ball up the middle there, and Owen Stroop knocks it loose. And DJ Dillahay makes the recovery. Great field position. Need to make them pay. And we're going to pitch the ball wide here to Jacoby. Get good blocking out there in front. And stop just short of the goal line.
One high step away.
And we're going to run the same play the opposite direction. This time it's played a little better by Franklin County, but Jacoby's able to get it in the end zone. And so, even though we didn't score right off the bat, when we got the ball the first time, we did talk about that we needed to be up 21-7 by the end of, with 6 minutes left in the quarter. And when you show the scoreboard here, you'll see it's 7:15 to go, and we are up 21-7, and that was a goal of ours, that in the first 6 minutes that we dominate and that we get in the end zone and be up 21-7. And Justice puts it through the end zone again. So Franklin County starts at their own 20, and they're getting ready to make another mistake.
Bang!
There's Mr. Nard again. I think that's his 4th behind the line stop. Tyreek playing really well. And then they tried to throw the quick slant. Adam Owens makes the interception. And so
great hands, Adam. He tipped it to himself.
He did. And so we've got.
Y'all run tip drills, don't you, like that? Stuff, different things to do.
Oh, every now and then.
On an intercept, on to each other.
Not as much as we did at once upon a time when you and I played, but yeah, they do. We fumbled the snap there, and so we didn't pick up anything, but then we get Brody Melton there on an RPO, and
Sam was up there by us. You think he wasn't strutting right then? He was strutting just as much as Brody was.
That's good.
I asked Sam where Brody got that speed. He didn't want to answer me.
Brody tells me little brother got all the speeds. What he tells me, Blake. So anyway, but Brody's done well for us. He is a very intelligent football player and allows us to do a lot of different stuff on the offensive side of the ball without substituting. Justice again puts it down in that end zone, and if we haven't gained complete control of the game, we're close to having complete control of this game now. They're going to go to an unbalanced set right here, and they're going to make some yardage. Off of it there, Justin Scott makes the tackle. They get a first down, and they come back trying to run a counter there, and lots of Wildcats there on the tackle. And Owen Stroop looks like he's the one that had the best grab on him. And again, there's the unbalanced set that they just did this other way. And they were getting ready to run the same play, but the wide receiver who was out of the screen, he jumped. And so they lose 5 yards there. Come back and try to run it out there, and we played a little better this time. Mr. Nard's the first one to hit him. Quarterback's on try to run it. Seth blows it up and has him dancing all over the place. Justin Scott makes the actual tackle, but Seth Cullum's the one that blew it up. So we've going to make them punt it again. This time they are going to punt it away from us, if I remember right.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to take over with good field position. And you just know right now is the time to put the nail in the coffin. And we run just Jackson Sheffield there, and Jackson does a great job of keeping those legs driving, and he ends up picking up 6 yards and probably got hit 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. So great job by Jackson. And Keyshawn comes in, and that was a punishing run. I'm standing where I've got a good vision of that one, and he's hitting some smaller bodies there and driving them. And again, same type run. I mean, that's punishing. That's Ryan. That's Manny Scott, 11, that made the tackle, and you can see him still. That's Ryan Scott's cousin, and anyway, Keyshawn's a load. And that offensive line's beginning to
look at it. Look at number 70.
After some people.
That's Mr. Poe, isn't it?
Yep.
70. He's doing a little I flat back to you dance.
We run the quarterback sneak here, and you're talking about a flat back. If you watch that on the replay, that's number 70 that's laying on top of his man as Ryan runs a quarterback sneak for the touchdown. I saw the linebackers moving up in there when he went under center, and I'm going, this may be a battle here to get a first down, and then Mr. Poe and company, Tydrell Mitchell and J.T. Taylor, and I'm not sure if I think Jaquez Elliott may have been actually in there playing the other guard. I know he was earlier in this drive. And again, end zone. So we'll give them the ball at the 20.
What a weapon! What a great weapon!
We have taken complete control of this game. And they're going to struggle right here. They make a couple of mistakes in a row. I think they'll get a delay game here. That's what, it's taken a while, and there's your delay game. So they've gone from a 1st and 10 to a 1st and 20. and Seth Cullum makes the tackle for no gain.
Mr. Newsom right there had two guys tied up on him.
Yes, and
when you take an extra guy out of the play,
it opens your linebacker up.
Linebacker can just have a ball.
Yep.
So good job for him.
If you watch, you'll see that quite often. There was a play earlier where both our linebackers, I guess it was the second offensive play of the game for them, they're getting our two defensive tackles pretty good, but nobody's getting a linebacker, and so both linebackers just step right up and through the traffic and make the tackle for about a half-yard loss.
Yeah. You know, it's you can get the guys if it's double team. If you have to double team both of them, that just opens that defensive backfield up.
You just can't give up a lot of ground. You know,
right.
Because I know that when you double team, if you can put that defensive tackle into the lap of the linebacker, you're going to make some yardage.
Yeah.
So the key is if I'm a defensive lineman, I'm getting double teamed.
Hold your ground.
I got to hold my ground, and I got to fight the direction of the guy who's really coming down to slam me. That makes it a true double team. And that's one of the things that we try to talk with them about is understand where the pressure's coming from.
Right.
You know, the old wording was you got a post blocker.
Right.
And then the slam blocker. And that post blocker is not the guy you got to whip. It's the slam, because why is he slamming you? Because that's the direction the ball's going in. So, I've always taught you drop low and you drive through that inside knee of that slam blocker, because now that's the direction of the ball, and if nothing else, I've held my ground and not getting blown back into those linebackers, which is a mistake that you, especially as high as football gets played some nowadays. It used to be in the line. There was a lot of cut blocking that was taught and so forth.
It was down low.
And that's there's still some legal cut blocking, but most coaches have moved away from it because of just from the safety of the players. Because the old cut blocking was the reason that you had a lot of scars on a lot of inside of people's knees.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take a quick break and be back with the fourth quarter.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, fourth quarter's opening up here. the Wildcats have taken control of the ball game, and they get a high snap. Caden Bradford's on a recovered right there. Everybody giving him a hard time about scoop and score. But good job. And then that's the Tank Life offense there.
Now, what'd you call that?
Tank Life. There's nothing but big bodies on that formation. Vast majority of them are linemen. I think there's 2 skill players or maybe 3 skill players. Grant Chadwick there. You know, he just missed it. Period. Missed his steps. You know, it was just one of those things that happens, and you know, really bothered him last night. And I told him, hey, put it behind you. Let's go. You kicked them good last week. And anyway, needed to give him some work. They don't try to run a counter there, and
do.
They do, and you know, walking by Coach Sis, and Coach Sis goes, said, this may happen real fast right here. We were talking about how quickly they're going down the field as they're going to gash us again here, but then our second defense rises up to the occasion and starts becoming a lot tougher and making it a lot more difficult for them to get down the field. It was right then at the end of that run that I've walked by him, and I don't know, because when we, you know, we really thought we'd make that PAT, we'd have a running clock.
Right.
And but we don't have a running clock.
Look at that. Look at that. Persistence.
Jonathan Southern there making the tackle. And Cam Robinson, Hunter Parks, and the last one to get up, I believe, was Jackson Hamlin. So we're at least making it tougher for them to get yardage now. Jackson Hamlin's gonna make the tackle there.
Nice Shepherd, we'll wait for the spot.
And I believe Hunter, I knew Hunter was one of them, and Brandon Painter was the other one. So both linebackers making the stop there. And Brandon Painter, Jackson Sheffield making the stop. And now we've finally at least slowed them down, and they're running clock. They may score again, but we just needed the clock to tick off a little bit. And Brandon Painter making another stop. I believe this is a 4th down play right here. And they throw it out there, and we're there, and couldn't make the tackle. But freshman Jalen Hill out there playing makes the tackle. To keep it from being any bigger. And, hey, Jackson, I'm pretty sure that was Jackson, that blur that got him in the shoestrings there. Sam Poteet. And then we have to take a timeout because in our shuffling of personnel, we end up being short. So we're going to take a timeout right here.
Everybody gets to play tonight.
We're trying to get as many in as we can. Sophomore defensive end there, Anthony Colon, making the tackle. And then they get us, but we don't give up on it. And somebody knocked the ball loose in that collision. And I believe it was Zane Hoff that came up with the football, but I'm not positive on that.
It goes from a touchdown to a touchback.
That's correct. So DJ Dillahay's on big quarterback, and we're going to rotate quarterbacks as well here. Jackson Sheffield there on the run, picks up a yard or two. And I believe DJ will keep it this time. And DJ shows a little quickness there, comes out of there and gets the first down and good yardage. And this time I believe that's Wade Collins, but I'm not positive. I can't see the numbers there. But I believe that's Wade. DJ's back in. And he's on keep it here.
He's a shifty little fella.
He is. He's not too little either. He's about 6'1", so
well, yeah.
You know.
And he took that ball, what was it, last week outside and took it all the way
Took
in.
it for 44 yards and a touchdown. Connor Parton's in there playing quarterback now, and I believe that was Hunter running with the football. It was Hunter Parks running with it. And that looks like...
Look at here. Great job.
That's Brandon Painter on the carry right there. And I think we've got one more play, or maybe two more plays. DJ's back in. We hand the ball off or flip it forward there to Adam, and we don't get it blocked very well over there on that side, and they make a good stop, so we lose yardage on the play. And then Connor Parton, he's on carry the ball right here, and this will end the game. And Connor picks up 5 or 6 yards there. And he's the one that got hurt against Shelbyville, so it's good to see him being able to come back and play. We got a 41-7 win. Not a real good ball game, but at the same time, it's still a dominating ball game when it's all said and done.
That's right.
So.
That is right, and that's a good place to go and dominate over there in Franklin County. Our boys deserve a congratulations, and it was good to me to see the way that they responded to not playing well and still end up playing, like you say, a pretty dominant football game, and that shows a lot of character.
I mean, I've been in a lot of these nights when that was a 14-7 game.
Yeah.
Or a 21-14 game, and you could have been on the losing end of it. Where
real simple.
You know, you have games where you just don't get yourself quite ready to play, and you got to be able to. Yeah, I've always said there are some nights that you just hope you have enough talent to win the game, because you get caught in a storm, and we weathered it, and I think we'll come out of it better off. I think we'll learn from it, and also realize no need to panic, no need to scream and yell. Let's just get focused and let's go do it. We're a more talented football team than Franklin County is for this year.
Philip, we need to take one more break.
What we're doing.
No. All right, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to look right over there, and there's this guy sitting right there, Max Gerald. He's my buddy, and he comes to the games. We sit together, and Max is our one and only fan in the studio this morning, other than us, of course. But Max is a great Wildcat supporter, and we want to thank Max and people like Max. There's a whole lot of folks that have been had season tickets for years, and this Wildcat thing is in your blood. And we went through some couple of years back that it was not very pretty to be one, but guess what? We all still were.
That's exactly right.
And we all still supported our football team and our coaches, and you know what? It just comes around, and now we're in a position to really be excited again about Wildcat football, and look forward to some great things happening. As we talked earlier, we don't know whether we'll have a ball game this coming Friday night or not. We will keep you posted. And Coach has another ball game to go to right now. So, John, thank you very much for
thank you.
coming in and giving us the coach's eye on all of this stuff, as you have for 28 years now, 29 years, whatever it is. Great bond, great friendship, and hopefully you folks have enjoyed what we do with the coach for years and years, and we're not going to quit. So particularly if you keep coming back. So we'll tell you about this next coming week, and just keep your ears to the ground. And don't forget, if the stadium is open, y'all come. See you next time.